every poll Sassy Saddles took, you were the most popular princess.
Where was I when they had this poll? The mid-season hiatus is finally over, and what better way to make a comeback than with the first of 3 consecutive Rarity episodes. Praise Michael. So the month of Rarity begins with Best Unicorn finally opening a boutique in Canterlot like she always wanted, but the new manager she hired has some different visions for the boutique. So what's good? Well, I mentioned in my review of Friends Forever 19 that the best Rarity stories tend to focus on her dealing with the various struggles and challenges that an artist like her has to deal with. In the case of this episode, a branch of her business isn't being handled in a way that she feels comfortable with, and she's faced with the dilemma of whether or not to speak up about it. I know some folks are gonna give Rarity flack for not standing up for her beliefs until the very end, but think of it this way, she clearly isn't happy with the way Sassy Saddles is running the Canterlot carousel, but at the same time, she doesn't want to jeopardize the business. Some pony has to run the Canterlot branch, and the dresses are selling well, so Rarity was struggling to figure out what she valued more, her integrity or her business, and at the end of the day, she chose the former. One thing that surprised me about the episode was the story. From the trailers, I kinda got the impression that this was gonna be a retread of Applebuck season, but thankfully it went down a completely different route. I'm also glad to see more progression with Rarity's long-term goal. She and Rainbow Dash are the only members of the main 6 with big dreams that they've been striving for since the beginning of the series, and each season we get an episode where they take a step forward towards achieving those dreams. Except for season 3, which had no Rarity episodes. Yes, I'm still salty about it. If people can still be mad about Twilicorn, I can still be mad about this, damn it. Anyway, with this episode, Rarity has now opened her second boutique, and now we can only wonder where she'll go from here. Will Manhattan be the next city her franchise reaches? Will Coco Pamel be the manager there? The possibilities are endless for Rarity at this point. And should we talk about that song? I think we should talk about that song. Finally, we have a song that can compete with This Day Aria as the best song of the series. Kazumi Evans turned it up to 11 for this song, and Daniel Ingram has definitely outdone himself with the music. In fact, after this review's over, I'm gonna listen to this song again for what will probably be the 10th time today. So what's not so good? Not much, but I'm a little iffy on Sassy Saddles. She's kinda the antagonist of the episode, but at the same time, I think the episode made her come off as a little too villainous. It was revealed toward the end that she had a bad string of failures when it came to boutique management, which makes sense since she was so focused on milking the princess dress for all it was worth. But there were some scenes that made it look like her intentions were malicious instead of desperate, and because of that, the ending scene where she and Rarity make up felt a little unnatural. Still, Canterlot Boutique was a very good episode, and it's easily one of my favorites of the season so far. Not sure if it's the best Rarity episode though. I'll have to rewatch Sweet and Elite in order to be sure of that. Either way, this episode makes it even harder to get over the fact that this is Amy Keating Rogers' last season. Well, at least she's going out in a blaze of glory. Next week, Rarity is going to be playing detective. That should be fun. So what did you think of Canterlot Boutique? Let me know in the comments below or hit me up on social media, and consider supporting me on Patreon or commissioning me for art via PayPal. Until next time, keep it sketchy, folks.